welcome back to a brand new video. This is Adira, as you all know, and today I am going to share with you my top 5 most effective study routines which has really helped me, and trust me, I am not lying. So after sharing the tips with you, there is something I have to talk to you about. Stay tuned and listen properly. Now let's just begin with the first one, shall we? So the first technique is the 50-10 rule. Listen to me very carefully. The 50 stands for 50 minutes of deep focus, deep studying, and rest 10 minutes is for resting, sleeping, walking, stretching, scrolling, whatever you want to do. In my case, the 50-10 has the most effective results. This will help you to enhance your focus. I have been in your shoes. Firstly, I used to think that कि 2-3 घंटे के लिए I will study rigorously and then I'll take a 5 minutes break. But unfortunately, वो उल्टा होता था कि 2-3 घंटे के लिए I am scrolling Insta and then for the feeling of regret, I am watching TV. कि अब 1 घंटे के लिए क्या ही पढ़ेंगे? Now let's watch TV. So to eliminate that particular feeling, you need to follow this rule. Now, moving on to the second one. Okay, so the second one is studying without your phone. Literally. This one was really hard, but I did it. What I did is I kept my phone in the next room so that the notifications weren't tempting because I was not seeing them. And trust me, out of sight means out of mind. And by saying कि studying without a phone, that doesn't mean कि तुम phone को ऐसे रख दो. Nope, keep it in a different room. I know तुम्हारे फोन कभी साइलेंट पे नहीं रहता है तो हमेशा टंग टंग करके बजेगा and you like, okay, I got a notification of that person, I have to reply. No. For that, particularly for that reason, I'm telling you, you have to. In this sentence, have आएगा, should नहीं. Is that understood? Now, moving on to the third one. The third one is teaching as a revision. Now, here is a long story which I'll cut into short. Listen to me very carefully. For example, suppose yesterday I have studied a chapter and today I will revise it. But most of the time, मेरे साथ जो होता था कि, for example, today I am opening a chapter which I studied yesterday, but the problem is everything seems new. I just studied it yesterday and I will revise it today, but everything seems new. And this is the most irritating feeling in the whole world. So to eliminate this feeling, what I did is, I started explaining it. I started teaching it to my brother, to my cousins, to my family, but most of the time they were busy. So now what to do? Then I started explaining it to my ring light, to my friend tripod, to my phone, because when you start teaching it or explaining it, your brain starts to organize it in a proper way, in a simpler manner. So your work becomes more simpler, understanding and easy. And trust me, this time, mug up karke kaam nahi banega. You have to study, you have to understand, and understanding is very important so that you can make up your own sentences, right? But if you mug up, nothing will happen this time. Alright, understanding is very important, and for understanding, use this tip. Now moving on to the fourth one. Fourth, make a to-do list every night of the tomorrow's work, because often what happens is that when we are sleeping, we're thinking that we'll complete 4 chapters tomorrow, and we are planning, right? But as soon as we get up the next morning, we forget all of it, and then we only remember the web series which we have to watch. So to eliminate that thing, what I did is every night I used to write a to-do list, and the next day I used to look at it and cross out the tasks which are already completed. This will make you accountable to yourself. So no procrastination and more efficiency. God, I sound like an advertisement. Moving on to the last one. The fifth and the last one is environment. This is not the last chapter of science. Instead, it's the last chapter of the tip and the most important one. So, by saying environment, I mean environment matters. For example, suppose today I am sitting over here and studying. Tomorrow I'll lay down on my bed and study. The next day, I'll sit in the sofa and study. The next day, in the balcony, the next day, rooftop, whatever I feel like. But why we have to change the environment is because to cancel out the monotonous feeling. Each and every day, we have to get up and study for the whole year. And that is quite monotonous. कि हर रोज हम उठ रहे हैं and studying, then the next day, wake up, study, sleep, wake up, study, sleep. So this is a cycle. So to cancel it out, we need to change our environment so that our energy doesn't dip. Your environment speaks to you. So don't let it dip your energy, right? Rather use it to rise it up. So that was the 5 most important study routine which I had to share with you. And the thing which I would like to talk to you about is, I was thinking of making 2 playlists. One is, of course, I'll be sharing my experiences, my study experiences with you so that you don't make the same mistakes which I did. My mistakes, my decisions, my takeaways, all of it. You know, if I were you, I would definitely want someone like me to share the experience. And beside this, I will be telling you some stories. Alright. Rather story time videos. Story time videos about my embarrassing one, funny one, sad, happy, what is the most interesting thing I did, all of it. So that you can understand that what mistakes I made earlier. So that you won't make the same mistakes. And sometimes it will just be for fun. Of course, there will be vlogs for refreshments. So this is a compact planning which I'm doing. So please support me in this journey, and that's it for today's video. I hope you like the video, and if you like the video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Till then, take care, stay tuned, and